Hello, my name is Chad Houston. I am going to be doing accelerated chemistry this year. I am thrilled to be your teacher and very, very excited. So, my goal today is just to tell you a little bit about the class. We'll go through just a general welcome, talking about what accelerated chemistry actually is, what are some goals for the year, and if you find yourself struggling in any way, shape, or form, what can you do to get help? So first of all, I'd just like to talk a little bit about myself. I've been teaching for a little over 30 years. I've never had 2 years that are the same. I've either gone back to school or done conferences or professional development every summer. This summer I was at Purdue for almost a week. It was great with a bunch of other chemistry teachers. Just trying to find more ways to make chemistry exciting and relevant and challenging and hands-on for kids. So that's the goal. So a couple of things. Let's just talk about what accelerated chemistry is. I would say, first of all, it's both hands-on and minds-on. It's being able to provide a reasonable argument based on the data and background information, the skills that you can learn in this class, even though you may not ever become a chemist, and that's fine. You will have to provide a unbiased, reasonable argument based on objective data and reasonable background information to support your answers. And that methodology can be used in almost any class. So hopefully it's not just for chemistry, but it's also a great way to explain the natural world around you. So what exactly is chemistry, especially accelerated chemistry? Chemistry is just the study of matter and how it interacts. It's a lot about change. In academic chemistry, we're pretty much just introducing the what of chemistry. Here's what these things are. For accelerated, it's the what and the how. And the biggest difference as far as workability, I would probably say that the accelerated chemistry does much more open-ended, multi-level problem solving. It's very rare that we will have 20 questions on a multiple choice test. Instead, you'll have 3 or 4 questions that'll have several levels of analysis, maybe based on some data that a student did or that even you did in class. Now, and our goal, one of the things, if you choose to, you should be able to take AP Chemistry if you decide to go on to that. And AP is what I describe as the what, the how, and the why. And it's a very challenging course, but it's also a very good course. So one of our goal is basically to use, again, data to solve problems in the natural world, to see how we would do this in a scientific fashion. An example, for instance, a common one that we would use is you would be given some solution of some material, and in academic, it'd be like, okay, let's find the density of the solution. So we'd have to know what density is, and maybe take some massive volumes. The difference between academic and accelerated is we would have to take multiple layers of data. You'd have to determine once you determine the density of your material, you might have to compare it to other materials and see, well, which one could it be? Which ones could I rule out? We would take a closer look at error analysis and different ways and good ways to set up experiments. So it's a little bit more involved. Couple of things for the class that'll come in handy. I believe in hands-on and minds-on. I don't want to do any virtual labs when you can actually experience it for yourself. I want everyone to be involved. Some things that will come in handy is we hope to try Canvas learning management system this year. It's one that it's going to be replacing Blackboard next year, so we're going to kind of road test it this year. I also have a YouTube station. You got like 150 plus videos on there. Just 95% of them aren't any longer than 10 minutes. It's really nice for front loading. So if we're doing a topic before we do it, you might want to just take a quick look. Other things you'll need, probably a pair of splash-proof goggles. We'll talk more about that in class. Something to take notes with. Probably need to have a charged laptop. A couple other things that we'll be doing. Excuse me. Standards-based grading. I know that's a little different for some people, but there are a couple of teachers that use it at the school. I've been doing it now for about 3 or 4 years. Every single thing that we do for a grade will either be a formative or summative assessment. and it'll have a clear, identifiable statement, like I can balance chemical equations would be one standard. And then we'll work on it a couple times with a few assignments, and there's levels of mastery. And there's also a case where if you aren't making levels of mastery under certain cases, you can actually redo it. But it's more about the levels of mastery instead of just gaining points. So that's one thing that we'll be doing. We'll definitely talk more about that as well. I'm very, very excited. I've got more going on than I could possibly share with you in just a few minutes. I hope you're excited too. Again, I hope to make it a hands-on, minds-on experience. One of the things too that's very important also is that if there's ever a case where you're just feeling overwhelmed or you're struggling or just having a great day, I like hearing about that too. If there's anything we can ever do to help, that's really what our job is. So that is also very, very important as well. So really looking forward to a great time. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to let me know. Have a great day.